Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Saturday, July 26th, 2025. So some good purchases and some bad purchases. So I arrived very early to get the first pick on a stack of new arrivals from a seller that I know very well, and I'm in competition with another picker. So I got up at 4:45 a.m. a little bit earlier than the earliest that I usually get up, and when I arrive I rushed to his kiosk, and he hadn't even pulled them out yet. So as he finished pulling them out, moving stuff out of the way in his vehicle, I took the stack. He only had a stack, was in a box. I installed them. I put them on the ground against the table, and I started looking. And then the picker arrived like right after, so I was just in time. So there was 8 records, but he said this one was like worth way more. So I didn't know how much he would charge, but well, I'll show what it is, and then we'll talk about the price. So this one is actually, I'm really glad about that one. I know they ripped off the cover of the Hollywood Ridge Strings, something like that. There's a series of, well, the cover looks like that, but this is the Mustang Plays, the Beatles songbook, a swinging Hammond organ. It's on the cheap Somerset label. I think, yeah, but actually it's not bad. I like it, and it's too bad there's a handful of songs that are not Beatles songs, like Liverpool here, Mercy at the Mercy, It's So Easy to Say, and It's Ringo by George. But the others are Beatles songs. It's actually very pleasant, and it plays very well. So there's this one. We'll talk about the price after. This is Brain Salad Surgery. Second time I find a copy with the cover that isn't trashed. And for those who been following for years, a few years ago I had gotten 4 $10 records from one seller, but this one I had gotten a great copy, but I wasn't familiar with the record except for seeing the cover everywhere. I didn't know it was supposed to come with this sheet poster, list of tracks, whatever you call this thing. It has a poster. So I've been had, because I paid $10 for a record in great shape, but this was missing, so I wanted this just for that. So I took it just for that. There we go. Coltrane Quartet and Quintet in Europe. Unfortunately I didn't notice the water stain damage. It's a Italian press. Well, it says made in Israel, so I'm a little bit confused about the provenance, but anyway, it's what it is. The Miles Davis Tad Dameron Quintet in Paris, Festival International de Jazz, May 1949. Of course, you can imagine the sound quality of this recording is like what you'd think it is, but it's for the performance, and you know. So Miles Davis greatest hits. I thought about leaving it behind because I'm trying to avoid greatest hits and just get original albums, but I actually forgot that I changed my mind, because when I got home I said, oh, I actually picked that one. I thought I left it behind. So there you go. This one is the best Miles Davis in the stack. It's Miles Davis' Tallest Trees, and darn American pressings with their terrible cardboard. It's split from here to here and here to here, but the records are in really good shape. I haven't played any of these. I only checked them, a little spot check on every record. This one is, I'm glad I really got that one. It's a double album. And a Frank Zappa I've never seen, 1986. Frank Zappa, Jazz from Hell. So far that's 7 records. This is the 8th record. So the Jimi Hendrix Concerts contains previously unreleased performances. And he told me, well, as he was about to make me a price, oh, this one is like more, it's worth more and everything. And then he calculated, he asked $45. So knowing him, and I've bought records from him last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm sure he calculated $5 each record, but $10 for that one, which balances out. But the problem is, as soon as I got home and I pulled the records out of my bag to show my dad, like in the living room, what I have gotten, as soon as I pulled it out and I read the cover, I was so pissed off. I said, contains 2 records, and just by touching it I know there's only 1 record in there, so it's missing the second album, damn it. So I have to bring it back tomorrow and show it to the seller and see what he will offer and what he will do. But yeah, it has no interest for me to not have the complete album. It's too bad. But the other records are okay, aside from some sleep damage. And yeah, that one was a nice surprise. I didn't expect to like that one that much. So yeah, $45, but to be continued. We'll see what happens with this one. Second purchase, I have to go in the hallway. I'll tell you how much I paid for it after. It's one of the nice sellers who sells collections, and the last time he sold me, what the heck did he sell me last time? $5 caps and last year keychains. Anyway, take a look at this. I almost did that. That's that photo I'm taking. I have to move back. Looks like I've opened it almost all the way. So it's seems like a professional. I don't know if it's professional, but I don't think it's an amateur mic stand. It's awesome. I love it. So you just, this little cute little thing there that you just, it's going to fall when I release it. It has this great grip handle here. You can put a microphone, or you can put a webcam on this thing. You know, you can sit and do drawings and do a stream of yourself drawing. You can put a webcam. I think this is so practical. And at first I was reluctant, because when I saw the feet, I said this is going to be very cumbersome. But he showed me that you can pull it up and then tighten up the base, and you can have the feet much more. I can't do it with just one hand, but you can have it way tighter like this, and then. Well, now it's going to slide because I haven't tightened it up, but you get the picture. And when I said, okay, now I have. So, and when he told me how much he wanted for it, I went, yay! Do you know how much he wanted for this beautiful microphone stand? $5 freaking $5. Oh my God, $5. Yoink! Yep, I got it for $5. I'm so stoked. So yeah, that's one of my best purchase of the day, but it's not even my favorite one because I haven't seen the rest yet. Third purchase. Oh yeah, we just go from one of the coolest purchases to oh no, not yet. There was some CDs, $2. A lot of them were sealed. I couldn't believe it, but nothing for me. A lot of stuff. But this caught my attention. I don't know if you know the band AC, or, well, sorry for the bad words there, Anal Cunt. This is a French-Canadian version of Anal Cunt. It's called Blast, well, it's in English here, Blasting All Rotten Fuckers, B.A.R.F. And it's from 1992. And so, what is that? B.A.R.F. And then I start looking at the titles, and I saw Whoa Whoa Tabarnak. Sold. I have to get this. It's too funny. So I didn't make a link with Anal Cunt, but I checked online and said it's very short. It's like raw songs. It's just for the funny, outrageously rough there. And there's a cover of La Bastringue by La Bolduc, and there's another song called Esti de Sale. The lyrics are really funny. So mode brûlé. So just for Wowo Tabarnak I had to get this. It was $2, so I've never seen this before. It's worth a few dollars, and a little bit more than $2 on Discogs. It's not worth a fortune, but it's worth something. So then I made a stupid. Oh yeah, and I wanted to drop, because I had the stand, these records, that CD. I went to drop them off at the car. I had arrived at 5:49 a.m. Ended up leaving at 9:42. Almost 4 hours. By 6:17 a.m. I was dropping off my first load. Then I went back, and a few tables into the lane, I found this. At first I didn't want it, but it's a Technics turntable. It was marked 25. It has a stylus on it. I was tempted, and said, well, what I don't like about that is you have to adjust the pitch every time you change the speed. So then I almost left, and I said, I might as well take it. So I didn't haggle. I paid 25, and a bad purchase. First of all, as soon as I got that in the living room to put my stuff together, I was entering the stuff from the car. I wanted to put it down in front of the stereo in the living room next to the TV, where I have my SL D202, because this is identical. No, it's not. I was SL B. Oh no, I got screwed. What a stupid mistake. I didn't realize. I saw my brain registered the 202, but it didn't register that this could have been a belt drive. I didn't know it was made as a belt drive as well. So yes, it's a stupid belt drive. I'm trying to avoid consumer level turntables with a belt drive. So strike one. Strike two is I tested it, and the cue needs to be lubricated, because when you cue it and then you leave it, you almost have to press down that the arm won't go down, or very, very slowly. And then strike three, the speed, I don't know if it just needs some pitch control, but when you change to 45 it stops. It can't, so I don't know if it's an electronic problem or so yeah, I don't even know if I want to bother shooting. So well, if I want to sell it back, but I don't think I will, because you see, 3 strikes I'm out. But the stylus, I took this off and put it right away. I've only tested the motor of it, not the sound. I actually tested the head shell and the cartridge. It is a Technics cartridge, but it's a translucid orange stylus, and you never know if it's an original stylus, but I don't think it is. But it sounded fine. I tested the stylus, so at least out of the $25 I got a good stylus. A lot of people would say, oh, you never use on your records a used stylus unless you have a microscope. I go by ear. I go by finger and by ear. By ear I can always tell when a stylus starts to go to die. So yeah, is it a good purchase, a bad purchase? Depends if I can fix it, but the fact that I have over 30 turntables and I'm trying to avoid direct drive, belt drive, sorry, it's a purchase I could have avoided. So yeah, I went too fast. Had I read carefully B202, B for belt instead of D, direct drive, I would have lifted it and go, okay, yeah, it's stiff, that means there's a belt, there it is, no, okay, fast, next. I would have saved $25 and had less to say about my purchases. Okay, so let's move on, I'll refer to 14 minutes. So that was my worst purchase of the day, but I got a stylus out of it. Then I got from the guy, Mr. Speak and Span, I like to call him like that. I had just pulled out a box full of toys. I started pulling out some toys. Made myself a lot with a record because I had some 45s. I got this one, but it turns out that what I thought were scuffs are actually bad scratches. So it's, what's his name? Chris Crosby, Hippie Lullaby, and I think, and this side is I Will Wait For You. Well, this one has, the scuffs are actually scratches, and this one, the groove is trashed. Like, this is garbage. But with the lot, I had gotten this thing. It has seen better days, but it works. I won't crank out. It needs to be clean. Nice Fisher Price radio. I have others like that model, but different songs. This I bought already many years ago. Like I think in the late 1990s. The one I got in the yard sale many years ago. One of the two whatchamacallits here is a replacement that doesn't match. So at least here I have the complete, I can keep the best of the two vehicles I now have. Tonka. Another Tonka here, fire truck, whatever you call it. There we go. And these were separate in the box. I had to match them together. This one was hard to find the two pieces together. And you have this thing. And this, I didn't have time to do research on the brand. I know it's from Europe. And me and my brother, we played with a few of these soft cars, some rubberish plastic cars. And we didn't have that specific car / color, but I know we had one that was orange, and I'm always on the lookout for these, and they're hard to find. You don't see them often, so I put this in the lot. So the guy wanted 25 for the lot. I managed to get it down to 20. So I can imagine that it would be like 5, 5, 5. 3 and 2. I used to say 3, 1 and 1, but this is 0, worthless. So anyway, nice Tonka toys there, not too big. And after that, the same seller, the helper had put a bunch of other records there. I got 4 45s. I thought I could get them for maybe $3 or 4, but he wanted actually 8, $2 each. Whoa. It was early. He had just pulled out his stuff. So the best I could get is $6 for the 4 45s. This one has a few pops and scratches, a little small ones, but I wasn't sure about like Sally G. I said, is that on an album? I said, Junior's Farm. I knew the title, but so I got it, and I'm glad I did because this is a non-album single. So but I think Junior's Farm is on a compilation that was released in the 80s. I'm not sure. So I'm glad I got this. I'm surprised I didn't have that on 45 yet. Too bad there's some initials on it. Fire by Wire Players, and Together on the other side. And 2 records. It comes from the same lot that has a lot of Italian records in it. 2 more Adriano Celentano records. Sabato Triste, Le Notti Lunghe, probably not pronouncing it right. But while I was checking, man, I was like holding my breath, trying to find the record I'm looking by him. It wasn't there. There was another Adriano Celentano record here, Viola, and wow, a lot of writing here. Viola and Se Sapevo Non Crescevo. And this one is in great shape actually compared to that one that has a few scratches. And starting an Adriano Celentano collection seems, but merda. Ha! Merda. I think I know what that means. Why does it say merda? It's really funny. But the record, I think I've mentioned that before when I got a previous purchase from the same seller, another Adriano Celentano record. I'm looking for Prisancolin. Do I have it on my computer? Prisancolin Nancy Suzel. That's the one I dream of finding in the wild, because online the shipping would make it too expensive. It will come to $20 for 45. Never. I want it, but not that badly. But man, it would have made my day to find the Prisancolin Nancy Suzel. I want that record so badly. Oh my god. So the $6 for those 4 45s. Not the best deal of the year, but anyway. After that, I got some guy had these rock art tapestry images, maybe 6, 7 of them, and I got tempted by this one because it's still sealed, and it's Twisted Sister. So that seems to be like probably more or less 40 years old. So it has a Twisted Sister poster in it, and yeah. I'm not a hard rock or heavy metal fan at all, but I love We're Not Gonna Take It, and it's such a great song. And I like his look, I like their video, and anyway, it was 10. I didn't want to pay 10. I twisted their, no pun intended, twisted their arm to get it down to 7, always specifying that I have the exact change on me, which I always do, and I got it for 7. And it's nice because I can put it with my Twisted Sister record, because it's the same, it's the size of a record cover. After that $7 purchase, another thing I didn't really need, but I don't know, I couldn't resist. The turntable. After the turntable, I dropped it at the car right away. After this, I went to drop the stuff at the car for a third time at 7:12. Then I couldn't find anything, walked around for over 45 minutes. At 8:01, I had to go back to the car to get another bottle of water because now humidity and heat were hitting hard. Then I got this $5 old electric cord, thinking it would fit my old projector. If you remember, I got an old 60mm silent projector. No, it doesn't fit. So I have to actually draw on a piece of paper and keep it in my fanny pack, a template of what I'm looking for to fit the projector. $5 down the drain. Then my most precious find, but it was pricey. I tried to get the lot down. We'll talk about what it is and then about how much it cost. This was the guy had pricey stuff, like rare or interesting stuff, but everything was pricey, so I knew this wouldn't be cheap. Well, I was hoping it would be more reasonable, but this is handmade. But what these are, and I will have to switch to French for a while, but I stick around. I'll give you a summary of what I said in French quickly after. But these are what is a communiqué in English? A announcement for different shows. Like they would announce a TV show here. Télé à l'écran du 10. 28 août 1972. The years range from 1971 to 1975. 5 books of these announcements. So let me switch to French, I'll come back to English. Fait que c'est ça, j'ai trouvé, le gars avait toutes sortes de vieilles affaires, puis il y avait des prix pas très raisonnables, mais ça, il y en avait 5 de même. C'est tous des communiqués qui datent de 1971 à 1975, d'émissions, des annonces à lire, d'émissions de Télé-Métropole, CFTM 10, Canal 10, avec l'entête en couleur, c'est du papier en tête d'époque. Puis il y en a qui durent 2 pages de long, puis qui sont brochés. Puis ça fait longtemps que c'est là-dedans parce que les broches ont rouillé, puis ça a taché le plastique de ces choses-là. J'en ai sorti un dans le spécial B.A.R.F ici, le 23 octobre 1972. Celui-là, je l'ai sorti parce qu'il était spécial. Patoville, tous les chemins mènent à Patoville. Montréal, le 25 mai 1973. C'est à compter du lundi 4 juin à 4h PM que débute sur les ondes du Canal 10 l'émission Patoville. Incroyable de trouver ça, c'est introuvable, c'est irremplaçable. Je capotais. J'ai essayé d'avoir le lot, j'ai joué avec le fait qu'il y en a un, qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup, il y en a presque pas dedans, il y en a un qui est plus vide, qui est moins plein que les autres. Il voulait 10 piastres chaque, mais 40 pour le lot. J'ai essayé de descendre à 30 ou 35, puis il n'a jamais voulu. Fait que j'ai craché le 40 piastres, j'ai pris 3 et 5. En premier, je pensais en prendre qu'un, celui qui est le plus plein. Mais même celui qui est presque vide, il y en avait un bon dedans, genre prends tout. Fait que il fallait que j'y prenne. Fait que il y en a un autre que c'est Capitaine Bonhomme 1971, puis il parle de l'arrivée d'un clown qui s'appelle Patoff. C'est comme wow! Puis il y en a un autre, c'est Symphorien, puis il parle du père Gédéon. C'est peut-être un épisode qui n'a même pas survécu, parce que je pense qu'il n'y a pas tous les Symphoriens qui ont survécu. C'est incroyable de trouver ça, là. Fait que il y en a un qui est moins plein que les autres. C'est lui, ça? Celui qui est moins plein, là. Ouais, c'est ça, Claude Dubois, Anime Showbiz. Puis il y a une couple d'articles, c'est le 10 vous informe. Bon, là, c'est ça, je l'ai peut-être, parce que si vous vous rappelez, j'ai acheté au début de l'année une boîte de Télépresse. Celui-là, c'est le cover du Télépresse de 1969. Paul Berval, qui a l'air d'être déguisé en gay, je suis pas trop sûr, dans l'émission du 5 à 6. Puis il y a une page ici du Télépresse. Fait que c'est ça, j'ai payé 40$, mais je le regrette pas du tout. So yeah, so I don't know if you caught some of this in French, but this is my time period when I was a kid, like 1971 to 1975. 75, I turned 7 So it's all these except for that one that has a few article because it wasn't full, but the others are pretty full. I tried to get the lot down to 43 or 45, and then he wouldn't budge, so I paid $40. There was no way I was leaving without these extremely rare things that obviously came from an employee of our Montreal TV station, CFTM10, which is TVA now, and it's right exactly the same time period than the actually a few years earlier even than the box of Télé-Métropole I bought earlier this year for. So I gladly paid $40 for this. This is, whew, can't wait to read them carefully one by one. And after this incredible purchase, really rare thing, somebody had like I was dragging along. It was getting hot. It was just I was doing my last run through the aisles, and a guy had some records laid out on the table, and they were $1 each. And what's amazing about these records is their condition, really clean, except for one I got screwed a little bit. But the records were $1 each. But I presented these 7 records, and I said this one is just a single. He said, okay, $6. So $6 for the 7 records. This is like an okay disco song, Farah, The Good, the Bad, and the Funky. It's from Montreal, and well, I don't know if the recording is from Montreal, but the record is a Montreal pressing. And there's an instrumental side which I think I will like better than, and it has a custom cover, Farah. The others, well, this is the one I should have left behind because I knew I bought this a few years ago, but with a water damage on the cover. Gladys Knights are in the Pips I Feel a Song, and it has her single The Way We Were on it. It has a tiny scratch on one song. I didn't see it, but this I already bought not so long ago for $2, but this was so clean. Looks like it's never been played. A lot of these look like that. Munich Machine also looks like barely anywhere on the cover, and I probably have this already, but this I know I have, but mine has a big stamp, promotion copy, not for sale stamp on the cover. This one is so pristine, impeccable, I had to get it. Remember, it was $1 each. We're 2025. This is the cleanest copy of this I've ever seen. Disco Baby, Van McCoy, and the Soul City Symphony, which contains the hit single The Hustle. And yep, I had to get it just because it's so clean. And this I think I don't even have. El Coco Motion. I don't think this is supposed to be like that on the cover. The cover is rough because, not rough, but this doesn't match, a little bit crooked. The record is pristine shape. El Coco, Coco stands for cocaine. I've read somewhere. Don't know if it's on Discogs or anyway. Not quite the sound that I like of El Coco from 1975, but it's still good disco. So $6 for these 7 records. Then I got there was a bunch of books for children, 2 older ones from my generation. These books are from 1968. It's especially this collection Farandole thing that I recognize, and in my grade school there were books of this company. I don't know Hoppy et Cathy specifically. There were 2 books. This one I had to get. I'll show you the pages. Let's look at the pages. So Hoppy et Cathy sauved Maman Ours. Maman Ours in one word, and it's from 1968. So the bear is quite cute. Let's go to the pages. Oh, there we go. And these honey. They're kind of cute. I'm into collecting children's books from my time period. Oh yeah, that one. That's the one I saw, and I said I gotta buy this. Bear. So and this one was not as interesting, but still not bad. So I said I wanted to try to get them for $1 each. They said $2 each. I said, well, I know I want that one. This one I'm not sure. $3. He said sure. So I got like $3 for the 2 books. And finally, at the very end of my run, a guy had this on the table. Now I remember seeing this one often from one seller, but it wasn't a plastic sheet, and everything was very pricey, like $30 or something like that. So he had a Life magazine from September 13th, 1968, and Post. This I've never seen. Post from Saturday Evening Post, 27th of August 1966. And I've checked both of them, and they have several pages, articles, not just 1.5 page, and that's it. They were $15 each. I don't know how they did it. I tried to get them for 20, and each he said, oh no, it's 15. I managed to convince him for $22 I would give the exact change, $11 each. I got it for 22. That was my last purchase of the day. So yeah, so thank you for watching.